I won't stand for that, folks. And I will not stand for a raging lunatic making threats.
Hurry up today, so we had tango, buddy. I look forward to meeting you.
And let's start from the beginning, right? Concentrate on building out your channel, bring good content, and the people will follow. But creating a hate group where haters unite with haters and attack people that are working hard for their money and have built great channels and are doing great things. I wouldn't go that far, folks. I wouldn't try and take those individuals down.
This came about, of course, when he discovered that the jig was up with this little fraudulent lawsuit plot that him and the rideshare professor Torsten Kunert came up with. The Uberman, of course, is Randy Shear, S-H-E-A-R. Don't know how that would be pronounced. Anyway, in this video of his, he does not once refute his involvement with the Uber professor Torsten Kunert in preparing fake court documents, threatening a fake lawsuit, and of course defrauding an actual attorney by falsely using that attorney's name in what they were doing. He puts this Fair Use Act up here. All of my videos are public domain. I have that clearly stated on my channel, and I use clips from their videos, they use clips from my videos. Why would you even need to? He needs to reinforce what he's doing because these guys know they're wrong. He knows he's been cornered, so this is why he created this video. He is moving in traffic in this video, and he's holding up his cell phone and doing a selfie video, which violates traffic laws. I did a video about this in a critique, just pointing out how dumb it was, how utterly stupid it was to actually upload the video after he did it. Then, last night at about 7 p.m., I got this email. I didn't know it at first, but this was actually from Mr. Kuhn himself. He was using his cell phone. The cell phone number is 480-393-6318, which is also attached apparently to his Uber driver account and to his Gmail account, although I'm not sure about that. Here's another picture of Torsten. He has a lot of videos up. Apparently he has a fleet of vehicles that he operates for Uber. Like many other YouTube Uber drivers, I've put the question to him, do you actually have a valid insurance for driving people around in these vehicles? And I'm not talking about one of these scam policies like State Farm and Geico have that only provide coverage when you don't have riders in the vehicle and then just leave you to Uber's shabby, not really coverage policy the rest of the time. He didn't answer that. I believe I've also put the question to the Uberman. He didn't answer that. I've put the question to the Rideshare guy. He didn't answer that. I've put the question to another YouTube user I'm doing a video about called Uber Johnny. They all make these really stupid videos and upload them. Anyway, Mr. Kunert sent me this email. I'm just going to go through really quick here. Hi, Justin. I have 7 people have contacted me over the video you posted. He's talking. He didn't describe in his email what video he's talking about. I can only assume he's talking about this one, because this is really the only one I've uploaded where I really get in depth about him and our interactions. He goes on to say in the email, I hope you can back up your malicious statements and provide according proof. Okay, he's Australian, I believe, and he's got a weird broken accent. I filed a civil case over $25,000 in damages in Los Angeles Superior Court on Hills Street. Actually, Los Angeles Superior Court building is on Hill. There's no S, Street, Los Angeles. This morning. He says he did this morning yesterday, and I did check with Los Angeles Superior Court in the county. There's nothing on any docket filed today or yesterday with my name on it. And I am requesting punitive damages. I also discussed the matter with Uber management, who have my back on this. Now, I have contacted Uber. It takes Uber a very long time to get back to anybody, but I am certain at this point that they do not, quote-unquote, have his back on this. The case is for defamation and slander. I will give you until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to remove the video. And again, he's not referencing what video he's talking about, so how the hell can I remove it? I can only assume it's the one I posted about him violating a traffic law, and that's a video he uploaded himself. Has nothing to do with me. I'm also issuing you a cease and desist. He didn't send a valid cease and desist from any attorney or himself even, or any real cease and desist statement, because you have to identify specifically what the hell you want me to cease and desist. And he didn't even identify the video. Thereafter, I will request proof of service by your local sheriff's department. Okay. With this email, he's suggesting that this is defamation or slander. Defamation is a civil case. You can't get a sheriff's department to provide legal service for you in that respect, to contact the other party to do service on them. I know this is a fact in the state of Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure it's a fact in pretty much every U.S. state, that if it's a civil case like defamation, a sheriff's department's not going to deliver that for you. You have to pay out of pocket to get a legal service firm to do the service for you to the person. And of course, no one has come up to my door trying to do legal service and serve me anything. Just giving you some wiggle room so I can show the courts that I made A mediation attempt. This is what he thinks a mediation attempt is. Now, if he actually had a lawyer, he would not be writing me himself from an email. He would know the proper address for the Superior Court building in Los Angeles. He would have known, a lawyer would have told him that a sheriff's department does not do legal service for civil cases or defamation. You have to get a legal service firm and pay out of pocket to do that in the state where you're trying to serve the person. Just giving you some wiggle room. I can show the courts that I made mediation attempt statements such as thieves, con artists, no proper insurance. And these are statements I have made because they are thieves, con artists, and do not have insurance, as we've seen in the past. We haven't found any more than, at best, maybe 3 to 5% of the Uber drivers out there having actual insurance to be driving people around in a vehicle for money. He goes on to say, you will have a chance to defend those allegations and provide proof in court. Screenshots and backup of all derogatory video materials and slanderous comments have been made. His broken English is, I mean, this is a guy who speaks English. He's Australian. Then, this is the kicker. He cites attorney Ted Cohen and investigator Irvine Zensky of HSDA Investigations. Now, I looked up all the lawyers by the name of Ted Cohen in California and did find a Ted Cohen who contacted me after I put out initial requests and contacts of these lawyers. There are about 4 or 5 in Los Angeles County by the name of Ted Cohen. 4 of them came back and said no, they had nothing, they did not know this person, had no knowledge of this person, Torsten, Kunert. One person did come back, a gentleman by the name of Theodore Cohen, calls himself Ted, contacted him, and I forwarded all this information. This is what he sent back to me. Hi, Anthony. This will confirm our conversation today at my Google Mail account's name is Anthony Zelot, but I did tell him my name was Justin LaPlante, and that was in the email I sent him as well. Let me just move this over here a bit so y'all can read it. This is the lawyer, Ted Cohen. This will confirm our conversation of today, in which we informed you that we do not represent Torsten Kunert and have not communicated with him for many years. Now, Mr. Cohen told me that he did represent Mr. Kunert at one time more than 15 years ago. Hasn't heard from him since, and is not representing him now, did not advise him to make any communication with me, and he has not filed anything for Torsten against me. This is Torsten's Google account. He's got a couple of videos on here about his vehicles and his service and his fleet that he has now providing service for Uber. Now, strangely, in these communications from Mr. Kunert, he continued on after 7 p.m. last night to send me several text messages, and he even called me. I initially called the number listed on the emails, but the call didn't go through. I then got a call back. The phone is registered in Phoenix, Arizona. Number is 480-3936318. Yet he operates in Los Angeles. When I picked up the phone, guy with an accent that sounds spot on like this gentleman on YouTube, I asked, is this Torsten? He said, yes. I immediately said, this is awesome, thank you, and hung up on him. He then sent a series of text messages reflecting what he had sent me in the email. Then he goes on to say, I've also discussed the matter with Uber management. He says now that there are 3 plaintiffs on this lawsuit, and he is funding them. He has also named a lawyer fraudulently who was not involved with the case, and he did not retain, but he did use that lawyer's name. That is fraud. That is also illegal use of an attorney's name, and he has also fraudulently claimed that he has court documents filed that he does not. That's court fraud.